With profound humble gratitude and love to all venerated enlightened masters, we bow to the Almighty in soulful gratefulness for gifting us with their holy blessed presence. May all beings be awakened by their divine grace.
Part 2 of 4.
Etc.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, heaven Godspeed.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nos programmes offrent plusieurs langues. Veuillez visiter suprememastertv.com/schedule.
Nuestros programas ofrecen varios idiomas. Visite suprememastertv.com/schedule.
మా కార్యక్రమాలు అందజేస్తున్నాయి అనేక భాషలలో. దయచేసి చూడండి suprememastertv.com/schedule.
The teachings of the sutras are like the finger that points to the moon. If people see where the moon is, then they know that the finger which can point is not the moon, ultimately. Please continue watching to hear the wisdom from the Sutra of Complete Enlightenment.
Vegan side effect. The train to hell will not let you board.
Show concern for your Bhutanese friends by saying Chukudebeyu, which means how are you in Dzongkha? I'm Yangi. The peaceful Bhutanese pray that everyone soon turns vegan for a harmonious and pandemic-free world. Welcome to Selections from the Sutra of Complete Enlightenment, Practice and Realization, Part 2 of 2 on Words of Wisdom. Buddha, vegan, or Gautama Buddha, also known as Shakyamuni Buddha, was an extraordinary spiritual master from ancient India. Born as Prince Siddhartha Gautama in the 5th century BC, he would have naturally inherited the vast wealth of a kingdom. However, the prince left the palace life in search of spiritual knowledge. After years of contemplative seeking, the Buddha attained great enlightenment under the Bodhi tree. He then shared the merits of his practice by providing a method for other sentient beings to be freed from the cycle of death and rebirth. The rich treasury of Buddha's spiritual doctrine on universal truth is studied and revered to this day for its profound wisdom and compassion. The Sutra of Complete Enlightenment is a Buddhist scripture most likely composed in China during the start of the 8th century. Its origin is from the Chan and Huayan field of study and practice. It is a very popular and influential sutra within the meditation-oriented Buddhist schools of East Asia, like Chinese Chan, Korean San, and Japanese Zen. A key factor for its popularity is its condensed format that focuses on the most important theoretical issues of the nature of enlightenment. There are 12 chapters and a short convocation in the Sutra of Complete Enlightenment. The convocation section sets out the scene of the sermon and the involvement of key participants. In a deep state of meditative concentration, or samadhi, Buddha and 100,000 great bodhisattvas, with 12 eminent bodhisattvas acting as spokespersons, engage in dialogue with the Buddha on doctrine, practice, and enlightenment. Let us continue with selections from Chapter 6, from the Sutra of Complete Enlightenment, where Bodhisattva Pure Wisdom asks the Lord Buddha to explain how to overcome illusionary thoughts and the complexities of realization. Chapter 6, Pure Wisdom Bodhisattva. Then, in the multitude, Bodhisattva Pure Wisdom said to Buddha, "Merciful Buddha, you expounded to us the unimaginable things, Those are what we have never seen and have never heard. Now, we have received Buddha's careful and patient teaching. Therefore, our bodies and minds are satisfied and we attain great benefits. Wish Buddha, for all beings who practice Buddhism, expound again that in Buddha's complete enlightenment, what the differences are among the states that all beings, bodhisattvas, and Buddha prove and attain. It can make the beings in the era the Buddhism is going to extinguish become compliantly enlightened after hearing the saint doctrine, and make the beings be able to gradually and orderly enter Buddha state. At that time, Buddha said to Bodhisattva Pure Wisdom, "Very good, good man. For the Bodhisattvas and the beings in the era the Buddhism is going to extinguish, you asked the differences of gradual and orderly practice to become a Buddha. Listen carefully now. I will expound it for you." At that time, Bodhisattva Pure Wisdom happily accepted Buddha's preaching. The multitude also listened quietly. Good man, the nature of complete enlightenment is not like the nature that ordinary beings think, and does not exist like any nature. It manifests from the nature of all things in the world, and therefore the practicing and proving of this complete enlightenment do not exist. In reality, there actually are not bodhisattvas and beings. Good man, from long, long ago to now, all beings wrongly consider that I exist and attach to the I. They do not understand that all thoughts extinguish just after they appear. Therefore, they give rise to dislike and like and attach to 5 kinds of desires. If they meet the friends who can instruct them to be enlightened to the pure complete enlightenment and realize the appearing and extinguishing of thoughts, then they will understand that the appearing of thoughts is annoyance. And if there are people who have cut off annoyance forever and attain the state of that the whole universe is pure, then because of the understanding of pure, the obstacle appears to hinder their practice, and they will not feel free and easy in their enlightenment. This is named ordinary person's enlightenment. Good man, all bodhisattvas are hindered by realizations and views. Although some of them have cut off the obstacles of realizations, they still attach to the view of enlightenment. Because the obstacles of the view of enlightenment hinders their practice, therefore, they will not feel free and easy. This is named the enlightenment of the bodhisattvas who have not entered Bodhisattva's 10 levels. The teachings of sutras are like the finger that points to the moon. If people see where the moon is, then they know that the finger which can point is not the moon ultimately. All Buddha's doctrines preached by various speeches for bodhisattvas are also like that. This is named the enlightenment of bodhisattvas who have entered Bodhisattva's 10 levels. Good man, suppose there are bodhisattvas and the beings in the era that Buddhism is going to extinguish, who do not give rise to wrong thoughts at any time. They also do not extinguish their illusory minds. When they are in the state of wrong thoughts, they are not aware of it. In the state that they are not aware of, they do not distinguish what the reality is. If there are beings who hear this way, who can believe, realize, accept and practice it, and who are not astonished and afraid about it, then this is named enlightenment in compliance with worldly thoughts. Good man, you should know, these beings have ever offered to 100, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000,000, the number of all sands in the Ganges river of Buddhas and great bodhisattvas, and have ever cultivated many good roots of merit beside them. Buddha says that these beings named achieving the wisdom of knowing everything in the universe. At that time, Buddha wanted to preach the doctrine again. Therefore, he said by poem, Bodhisattva Pure Wisdom, you should know, in the complete enlightenment, there are no practicing and the attainment of enlightenment, and there are not bodhisattvas and beings only when someone is in the state of the distinguishment among being enlightened and not being enlightened. There are the differences among the states of gradual and orderly practice. Beings are hindered by the state of realization. Bodhisattvas have not been apart from the view of enlightenment. If a bodhisattva has entered the state of bodhisattva's 10 levels, then everything is extinguished forever, and he will not attach to all forms and concepts. In the Great Enlightenment, everything is complete. This is named to be compliant with everything. If the minds of the beings in the era the Buddhism is going to extinguish do not give rise to illusory thoughts, then Buddha will say that these beings are bodhisattvas in their present lives. They have offered offerings to the Buddhas, as many as the sands in the Ganges River, and their merits have been completed. Although they practice expedient ways, these are all named wisdom in compliance with worldly thoughts.
For more information, please visit daitangagiik.net.
Being a vegetarian keeps you very agile, keeps you on your toes, and doesn't make you feel lazy. I personally believe that being vegetarian is the way, because I've felt the changes. I've seen myself evolve as a human being, mentally as well as physically. Vidyut Jamwal, vegan.
Enchanting viewers, it was a delight that you could join us today for Words of Wisdom. Coming up next is Land Art, using the earth for creative expression, right after noteworthy news. May the Buddha's unconditional compassion and love be an inspiration for life's journey.
Russia, go home now.
Be vegan, make peace, do good deeds, hell not reach.
Our programs offer many languages. Please visit suprememastertv.com/schedule and suprememastertv.com/WOW.